Alright, folks, we hear all these things about creation. Life's changed, about people coming to Jesus, legacies changing forever, about people finding Christ for the first time, kids getting saved, people being baptized. We hear about all that stuff. It's all well and good, but I'm going to show you the real creation. Let's take a look. Devastation all around us. Look at wreckage. Campsites. Water. Flooding. Cords ripped. Tents and tarps never to be the same again. Mud. People stuck. Dirty trucks. Look at that. What was once some kind of a beautiful awning, it's gone. It'll never be an awning again. Chairs. Once that were sat upon, never will be sat upon again. They will never have another human fart on their fabric as long as they live. Well, technically they're dead now, so I guess that's not entirely true. Dirty people. Mud all about. Sleeping mats. Sleeping mats that will never be slept upon. Yeah, folks, it's great. Some people were saved. It's great. Generations were changed. It's great. People were baptized. It's great. People got to listen to wonderful, beautiful music. That's awesome. But what about the wreckage? What about that? What about those tent poles? Those tent poles, never to be used again. What about them? Where's Compassion when you need them? Where's Compassion International? I don't see them on this street. Looking at this tent, look at that tent. Ruined, never to be seen again. Mangled pieces of metal. I'm not even sure what that once was. It actually might be a piece of modern art. I'm not entirely sure. Could be. And then what do we have over here? We have I think it might be Polehenge. Yes, that's Polehenge. Each one of those little pieces of metal jutting out, they point to planets. If you stand and you look over the tops of those pieces of metal from the middle, you will see all 9 planets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All 22 planets. All 22 planets, you will see them. Look at this. Poor young sap. Can't even get to the bathroom. Can't even get to the bathroom. Walking through mud. Debris. Oh, relief. There's relief. Relief is on the other side of that door. Umbrellas. Look at this. Umbrella. All lonely. By itself. It'll probably never shield rain again. Folks, this devastation of creation, this isn't what you hear about. You don't hear about this. This is the other side of the story. I'm not trying to dash your hopes or anything, but we need to hear about this. This is the creation story that needs to be told. We don't need to hear any more about people whose lives are changed forever. We don't need to hear any more about people who will be spending eternity in heaven. We don't need to hear any more about souls that are saved, lives that are changed, about kids that come to know Jesus. We don't need to hear about that anymore. We need to hear about the devastation. We need to know what, this is what happens, folks. This is what's happening here this weekend. Yeah, it happened to the backdrop of awesome music. That's true. It did. Look at that. More wreckage. More wreckage. The windstorms tearing things up. That's what we need to hear about. Yes, trust Jesus. Look, there's typhoons all around us. We are surrounded by them. Typhoon after typhoon after typhoon. You don't hear about people whose cars are locked, whose tents have been saboteured. Yes, I made up that word. I consider myself to be like a modern sort of Oxford dictionary. I just kind of make up my own words. It's okay. We don't hear about people stranded in the middle of the night, can't get in their tent, have to wake somebody up. I'm not going to mention any names, but we don't hear about that. Nope. All you hear about is this person was saved and that person was saved and this person was baptized and that person was baptized. You hear about all that stuff. That's the only thing that goes on here, is people being saved and baptized and finding Jesus for the first time. I mean, I'm not really complaining about that, but I just want to present the other side of the story. There's other things that happen here people don't know about. And that's what this video is about. This video is about the other side of creation. Look at this up here. We have somebody sleeping in their car because look at their tent. The tent is destroyed, and we have somebody sleeping in the car.